Audio Jungle.
The way you see news from your own perspective might be different from another person's point of view. That is why we give you an open field to express your feelings and thoughts about current issues trending on Nigerian journals. I'm Michael Adekunle, and you are watching Bystanders at Newsstands on Flip TV. On today's review, here with me is the Nation newspaper. The Nation newspaper at the newsstands. It reads, on 2019, APC Fumes as PDP alleges plot to rig election, with a captivating rider here which says PDP says ruling party can't raise campaign council. Another one, APC we are running on records, with a picture of the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo cutting the tape to commission the Wells Carlton Hotel and apartments in Asokoro, Abuja on Saturday. Here on the top of the newspaper at the right hand side, I have pressure on CJ to probe governors. Pressure on CJ to probe governors. Jonathan, SGF, Fasomi, others greet Buhari at 76. Our president is now 76 years of age. Jonathan, SGF, Fasomi, others greet Buhari at 76. These are the stories we have on the Nation newspaper this morning. We have our reviewers at the newsstands. Let's join them. They are eager to speak.
I watched the debate. I saw what happened. For a vice president to continue to blame the past administration for the problem we are having right now is unmanageable. We know there was problem. I won't deny the problem. There was problem last 5, 6, 7 years ago, and that was why PDP was voted out. And you are voting in to solve the problem, and you keep on referring to what happened and telling us where we are right now is because of PDP's problem. That means you cannot solve it. It shows very, very well that you cannot solve this problem. So if you cannot solve it, why don't you just step aside and allow people that have the competency, the capacity, and the political will to solve this problem? I don't like in a situation where you keep on saying, if this person has solved it, it just caused the problem. We are aware, we are not kids in this country, we are not babies. We know what is happening. So allow the people that can do it to do it. You say you are taking us to the next level, and you are telling us the economy is bad. I mean, does that marry each other? The economy is bad, and you are telling us you are taking us to the next level. Is it the next level of economic deprivation, economic bastardization, or where are you taking us to? When you are telling us now, you called your governors and said, look, they should brace for what? The worst, for the worst, that the economy is bad. So what I'm looking at is that the APC-led administration right now cannot solve our our economic problem. So what I suggest is that they should step aside and allow more competent hands, stable hands, to steer the economic affair of the country.
Stable hands like which party?
We are talking about, look, there are a lot of political parties. Look, I don't belong to any political party. I'm not talking about party now. I listened to debates on Friday.
The vice presidential debate.
The candidate of PDP. We are rolling facts and figures. Are you know what I'm saying? And was telling Nigerians how this problem can be solved, and relating it to some of the countries we have almost economic characteristics with. Economic like China, Indonesia, Singapore, that we were at the same level about 15 years, 20, 30 years ago. Today, they are far, far ahead of us. What were they doing? What did they do right to have gone to where they are? And what are we doing wrong? Not to measure up with what we were doing before. So these are the something. If you don't look at your mates, if you go and look at Indonesia, the Asian tiger developed, they were looking at each other. They are copying what this person is doing. And you can say, and implementing it in their own country. And you can say, domesticating what they got outside and domesticate it in their own country. Let's have something. There's something that they said. They said, you cannot shut your shop, close your shop to chase criminals. When before you come back, all your children must have died of hunger and starvation because there's no food to give to them. And somebody said, yes, you don't open your country and your shop for armed robbers to come and steal the goods. Now, which one will it profit you more? If you close your shop and chase armed robbers, before you come back, your children have all died of hunger. Or you open your shop and you ask your boy, one of your boys in the shop, go and chase this man while I stand and feed my family. So there's a kind of misplaced economic priority. I can say there's no blueprint of economic policy. He said that corruption is not an economic policy. It's never an economic policy. If you're fighting corruption, it's a crime on its own. Political crime, and should be fought as a crime, which has been enshrined into the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And has APC be able to fight corruption?
Look at the corruption they are fighting is an avenue of what we call a way of recruiting members to their own party, because you can see how lopsided the fight of corruption has been. Are you I'm saying? How many of you can see what happened in Kano? Very on video that somebody was taking money and was plotting it, and none of them said anything, including the president. You can see the grass cutting scenario. You can see some of the revolution today that's coming up. The subsidy they said they will not pay, and look at what is going on, the kind of corruption that's going on in this country. How many of these their members have been prosecuted and convicted? The two that have been convicted, the two governors have been convicted, as we are talking to you now, are those that started by the PDP government. That shows that this government is not fighting corruption. Rather, it's a way of pursuing and fighting political enemies. Because if you are talking of fighting corruption, you will start from, they say, charity begins at home. Start from your own. Those people you find that you know that they are corrupt, expose them, try them, and prosecute them. Those ones that you know, then just when you start fighting your own, that people will not become afraid. If I can fight my own children, fight my own party members, fight my own, that means another side is already a convicted person. So they're not fighting corruption. The security can see what is happening. Nigerian army has become on defensive rather than what? Offensive. All the time that people are attacking them. The Boko Haram are not attacking the soft spots at all. They are not killing the armless citizens. They are attacking Nigerian military base, and they are killing them in numbers. And the military are hiding the figures of the dead. Our heroes are dying. Reports have shown that our military people they are not well equipped. Most of the allowances have not been paid. A lot of something is happening. Herdsmen have just died down because of election. Let's see what happens after election. There are a lot of insecurity in this country, which means this government has not done anything. The economy is bad, our security is bad, the corruption is also there. Look at the corruption perceived index that these people released in the national body, and find out that 2018 and 2019 we have that's the highest ever.
Now, sir, can you compare the rate of insecurity during the past regime and this present regime?
Yes. Then we only had a Boko Haram to deal with during Jonathan's time, and then Boko Haram was just a new thing. Nigeria we are trying to find a way of copying it and all that, because it was so new, it's a strange something, and our military were not trained to fight them then. So they were occupying places, territories and all that. You cannot blame the military there, you cannot blame that administration. But now at least we have the broader knowledge of how to fight terrorism. But yet, what these people are doing, during that time they are not attacking soldiers, they are not attacking military base, they are occupying territory, and our military will not attack. Our military were offensive, not defensive. But today we don't only have Boko Haram, we have Fulani herdsmen, we have armed militants, we have kidnappers, we have everywhere is crime. But those and those crimes everywhere. We have crime because of high rate of unemployment, high rate of illiteracy, high rate of religious whatever that is going on in this country. And if you don't sit down and look at the disease instead of killing the symptoms, what are the diseases? You can never use military to defeat a terrorist organization. You have to do what? Kill that thing that have radicalized them to make them become what they are. We are talking about religion, we are talking about poverty, we are talking about illiteracy. We are talking about high rate of unemployment. Those things are the things responsible for why we still have Boko Haram. Because if you kill 20, they will recruit 200. Because they are already market for the recruitment process. When you throw out graduates, you have most of our unemployment, most of our youth, most especially in the north, are unemployed. How would they not go and entice them with little dollars, and they will be radicalized and come to bomb their own fellow citizens? So we are using military can never stop Boko Haram. We should attack the disease, not the symptom. You are welcome.
Nigerian is going through a lot of challenges from our leaders. Our leaders want to take us as a slave. I must tell Nigerians, believe me, that slavery is still going on in this country. Our leaders have been confusing us that slavery has stopped. It's a lie. Both APC, both PDP, the leaders have to stand. And I'm not a politician.
Okay.
I read business administration. I want to become a future businessman. One thing I just want to reveal to Nigerians today is that if there should be no looting of funds in this country, UK, which is London, can never and ever withstand Nigeria. That is it. London can never withstand Nigeria. I think there's no corruption in this country. Now, 2019 is coming, and we are going to experience another election in February. And we have two most famous or popular party in this country, which is PDP and APC. And the two candidates are Muhammadu Buhari and Atiku Abubakar. And two of those people are from the north. Now, the question we should ask ourselves, right from the time Atiku started government, what has he offered to us as a citizen of this country? And I want you to go back and look. Ever since Buhari started government, his administration, what has he have to offer, or what has he offer this country? That is the question we should ask ourselves. Now, just because you are having one or two favor from either Buhari or Atiku, you come with your own personal sentiment. You come with partial tribalism, religious sentiment, and be saying, confusing people that Buhari is this, Atiku is this. Like I said earlier, Nigerians, don't forget, I'm not a politician, but I'm a human rights activist. I have to say the truth. Now, I want us to open our eyes clearly. And the eyes I want us to open is this. Nobody should come and buy your vote just because of 2,000 or 5,000. If they should buy your vote, the problem we are facing today will not stop. That's it. I want to bust the brain of this country. If you have not had it, I want you to have it today. The former Minister of Petroleum, Alice Madueke, they discovered one money from her recently. And we break down the calculation of the money to Naira. The population we are having in this country is about 2 billion. If they should share that money to one person, we are having 15 million each. Are we helping this country? we are not helping this country. Nigerians, let's open our eyes and do the needful. These leaders have nothing to offer us. We should stand. Go back to South Africa. They fought for their freedom. Why can't we stand and fight for the freedom? I'm talking to the graduates of these countries. We should stand and fight for our freedom. They have nothing for us. They have nothing for us. Now, I went for an interview in a firm. The question that was asked was, do I have anybody here? Did anybody bring me? Did anybody submit my CV? Did anybody give me complimentary card? Did anybody sign? Is that how it's supposed to be? No. Where are we going in this country? We should ask ourselves this question. Where are we going? We should stand up and do the needful.
Thank you very much. Now, looking at what we have today on the Nation newspaper, on 2019,
yes,
APC Fumes as PDP alleges plot to rig election. It seems APC is afraid of PDP.
Well, according to what the paper released this morning,
okay,
I would like to take you back to a governor of Rivers State, which is Wike. I read one thing he said about Buhari refusing signing the Electoral Act, that there will be no Nigerian after 2019 election or before 2019 election. Now, if Buhari knows he's doing the right thing and knows he's taking us to the promised land, I don't think there's nothing to fear. I don't think there's nothing to fear.
Okay.
You go to battleground and face. We are in democracy, we are not a military regime. You go to field. If you are good, the Nigerian will speak. If you are not good, the Nigerian will speak. The only thing is ringing election or not ringing election. One thing I will say is this. If you look back, PDP ruled for 16 years. I'll beat off my heart, my chest, and tell the Nigerians today that PDP have a ringing election. They have been ringing election, but it's not good. But APC should not just look, because they said to us that they are fighting corruption. APC should not look just because PDP was ringing elections since 2016 and you want to come and copy. It's not doing. It's not taking us to anywhere.
So in conclusion,
It's confusion. It's unethical. It's cantankerous. So what I'm saying to Nigerians this morning is APC should not be afraid of PDP.
Thank you very much.
PDP should not be afraid of APC. Let's go to battleground and let's defranchise our votes.
Thank you very
That is what makes us a Nigerian.
Why is our news media not talking about other candidates? You only see them talking about PDP and APC. Why? They, okay, the better debate that was going that went on
Friday, right?
the other like my candidate Showore, he was excluded, not invited. Why? So now you are telling me that I don't have option. I can't decide what to do with the election. I can decide not to vote if now my problem is, what if they are going to exclude him again from the ballot paper?
Are you sure he wasn't invited?
He was not invited. There was a protest at the gate of Channels Gate, right when the debate was going on.
Okay.
So why is our newspaper telling us what they want us to hear? Why don't they? And my problem is, okay, like the issue of Sudani, all those people that is going on. Why don't they investigate and tell us what we should know? All our news media are partisan. That's my conclusion about it. They are partisan. They will complain that the attitude of some politicians are not good. What is your problem with the attitude? Do you have a problem with the attitude or what they have to deliver? Or who is ready to fix the economy? Who is ready to fix the country? That's what is important. It doesn't matter who they are. But do they have the willpower? What is lacking in their political system is the willpower to implement their own agenda.
So most of them have agenda, but they cannot implement it because they don't have the willpower, or they are tangled with corruption, with corrupt people backing them.
Which means Nigerians are not enlightened about other parties, other candidates, apart from PDP and APC.
And APC. And it worries me a lot. If not for social media, I wouldn't have known about so many of them. But today we know them, but not everybody have access to social media. And not everybody has their data to stream social media content. Not everybody has that. But newspaper, it is free. I can come here and just see what is going on. But they will not show you. They want to show you what they want you to know. Which is the problem. And that's the problem that Trump had with in America. That he said, these news media are telling you rubbish. Why? Because the guy has something else here to deliver, but they will just tell the people what they want them to hear. And that's what is going on in this country now, because news media are owned by politicians or backed by politicians one way or the other. So we are in a mix of at the end of the day, somebody has to choose between two evils. We between two evils. We have tested PDP before, they have failed us. APC, we have tested them, they have failed us for the first almost 4 years now. And now we are still have to choose between two of them. That's too bad.
That is where we are always here to listen to people's opinion, let people express their own views on current issues bothering the country. Bystanders at newsstands. I'm Michael Adekunle. We still have other people at the newsstands. I'll be right back. It's not okay. It's not the Messiah.
We are not talking of Messiah. We are talking of a person that will rescue us from this one we are into. You understand me?
Are we in trouble now?
We are in trouble. We are in trouble. Fire. We are in fire. Yes. And our president has promised us that everybody should tighten his belt tomorrow. Because we are going to receive more hardship.
We are going to the next level.
The next level of hardship, not the next level of progress. The next level of hardship is because what he told us last 2 or 3 days ago, that our economy is so bad, and the vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in the name of Osibanjo, said that 90% of our economy have increased. So there's no way. Just show it to us.
Are you sure Atiku will come there and do the magic?
Atiku can do better than this present government. I believe we have conscience than this one.
Because they are both criminals. To me, they are both criminals. Yeah.
You don't.
I don't support any of them. Anybody that enters should enter.
You don't subscribe to them
at all. They are both criminals. All they are doing is to go and collect money. So I'm not worried about who is doing this, who is not doing it.
Now, if you don't support it, two parties, or let's say the two candidates, who else do you think can be better?
There's no better woman in Nigeria for me. There's no better woman in Nigeria because Nigerians, they are, in fact, politicians especially, they have too much. They can tell you to do this and at the end they won't do it. But for me, I don't support anything. Anybody that enter, good luck to the person.
Good luck to the person.
Good luck to the person. Buhari is a Fulani man, Atiku is a Fulani man. So they are both playing on the same ground. The same people that come out to criticize each other at the back, they sit on the same table and eat. So what's the question about it?
So you have no business with them?
I have no business with them.
This is where we end it on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstands. I am Michael Adekunle, reporting from the Newsstands. Bye.